Today we went up to Bishop's Park to attempt to take some nature photography with an emphasis on the light and the shadows in the pictures we were taking. While I was there, I also tried to do some vlogging in the background to make a video where I attempted to try and shed some light on every part of the garden in my footage, in hope that I can better show some of the nature and take some very attractive looking shots. The garden itself we were walking through wasn't massive. It had a museum attached, but it was shut so we couldn't go outside, and a few other things like a small cafe. There were a lot of places we couldn't go to, such as the walled gardens, the tours they have in that area, but I've tried to fill around these areas as best I could, despite not actually being able to access them. This is also the road, by the way. Not really sure why I did that. I tried to make a focus in my video about the trees in the park, because that was what we were there to film, but I've also got the areas around that too, to the best of my ability. When I went to edit the film, I went onto my editing software with my camera roll and I chose a song to cut it down around. I chose a very light-hearted track to get down the feeling of what I was filming, and then I decided to just cut my footage around it. But since I had too much, I decided to cut them all very short, which I probably shouldn't have, but it let me involve pretty much everything I wanted to show, so I wouldn't have been able to do that otherwise. I really liked doing this, even though it was just a test shot, because it let me explore an area with a camera fully, as it was the first time we'd ever really properly gone anywhere, and even though I did it at home, I hadn't actually had the chance to do it with a real camera yet. It let me practice what I would be like if I had to set the scene for a real film I had to make, and even though I don't really like the way it came out, I think being able to immortalize something I was already seeing in front of me was a good idea.